sound has a uniform frequency throughout, right? And noise doesn't have that. So if I do this, even if this is a noise, but if I do this, it's a sound. Got it? But the same thing. So this is not a musical instrument, but still it's producing sound.
Cool.
But for you guys, that's okay. Whatever definition you said, that's okay. After hitting a musical instrument, whatever note comes out, that is called as sound. Alright? Now it's hard to call this a sound, but still, we have to. Okay? Alright. Swar.
There are 7 swars in Indian music. They're musical notes, and they each have their own separate frequencies.
Killer. Good. Started. Do you guys know, well, in India, in Indian classical music, the notes are 7, right? So it's called as saptak. Saptak means 7, right? It has something to do with 7. But in Western music, they call it octave. That has something to do with 8, right? Do you know why?
Because it repeats the first note of the octave.
Exactly. There are 2 sas involved, right?
Yeah.
We don't say saregamapadhani, or say saregamapadhani sa. In Indian music, what we consider is like this is the same pitch, only the upper sa is different and lower sa is different. But in Western music, that upper sa has a different significance, right? Because they use more of harmony, right? And we use more of melody. That's the difference between Indian classical music and Western music. So we have a fixed scale, right? They don't. So sometimes you can play in C sharp and suddenly it goes to G sharp. It happens, right? In Western music, but in classical music, you have to stick to only one sur or one note throughout the concert. For example, if I'm singing in C sharp, I can't change it to D for some time. I'll have to stick to C sharp throughout my recital. Okay? Next. Lay. Now this is a tricky question.
The speed of the tempo.
Speed of the tempo.
The speed or tempo.
The speed or tempo.
Of the lera or the.
Gabruno ko sang tu kai sang.
The constant speed or the tempo of what you play.
What to play? Okay. Om. नाही असं उत्तर नाही द्यायचं. You have to say something about lay. When I say lay, what do you understand by lay? You don't understand anything? You should. Come on. Lay.
Lay is a type of rhythm.
Type of rhythm. Okay. That's not the thing, but still. Lay means what? I tell you, increase the lay, decrease the lay. What does that mean?
Minus lay.
Minus.
Subtract.
Subtract. But what does lay mean?
I don't know.
Come on.
The speed at which you have to play your recital and you can't change that speed.
Why?
Because then it's like the swars. You have to stick to one and you can't change the other. Or else
Like, are you referring to a particular composition or the whole recital?
the whole recital.
The whole recital.
No, the particular composition.
So for one qaida you have to stick to a particular lay. Then you can change the lay,
Yeah.
right? चला बोला काय म्हणणं आहे तुमचं लय विषयी?
The speed.
त्याला काहीतरी स्पेसिफाय करा ना पुढे. स्पीड म्हणजे काय?
The speed of
Speed of a car. काय थांब त्याला सांगू दे
The
तो काय
speed at
म्हणतो
which you play the musical instrument.
काय काय द स्पीड ॲट विच यू प्ले अ म्युझिकल इन्स्ट्रुमेंट. ओ माय गॉड, काय काय इन्व्हेन्शन असतात तुमची कमालीची. बरं तरी पुढे अजून अजून व्हॉट यू थिंक. तुला काय म्हणायचं अजून लई विषयी.
The tempo you get from evenly timed beats.
इव्हनली टाइम्ड बीट्स, हे चांगलं आहे.
Wait, I got the thing that you said last
हे
time.
खूप चांगलं आहे. तुझ्या ह्याच्यापेक्षा भारी आहे तुझ्याकडे. सांग
Yes.
सांग ना लवकर सांग.
The distance between two beats.
ये बात है, ये बात
Very simple.
परफेक्ट. एक सगळ्यात परफेक्ट डेफिनेशन. लय इज द डिस्टन्स बिटवीन टू मात्रास. ओम कळलं.
Where is the distance between two matras?
ठीक है.
So if you say
If the distance between two matra increases, what does happen to the lay?
it get
The matra distance decreases, so the lay
goes down,
goes down.
and if it increases, it goes up.
It goes up. Now this is the matra. Now the lay, if this happens, this means, is it longer or shorter?
Longer.
This is longer. Then should the lay increase or decrease?
Decrease.
So when the distance between matras increases, the lay decreases. And vice versa. Okay? Bowl. Bowl. फार आवडतो का असा ऑकवर्ड सायलेन्स. शांत बसलेले असतात सगळे, मस्त, काही टेन्शन नाही. वाव, सगळे एक असा सन्नाटा पसरतो प्रश्न विचारला. मला फार आवडतं. थांब जरा, हा काय म्हणतोय बघूया.
The sound that comes when you play a musical instrument.
मग नाद आणि बोल मध्ये काय फरक आहे.
Or
नादची पण तुम्ही हीच डेफिनेशन सांगितली, बोलची पण हीच डेफिनेशन सांगितली. ओम, तुला काय वाटतं? व्हॉट डू यू थिंक? व्हॉट इज बोल?
A bowl is how many times the matra?
काय पण वय बोल. What's bowl? Bowls of tabla. What does that mean?
I mean, it means the words.
Ah, now you're closer.
The notes, like tin, ta.
The notes and how they're played. The notes and how they're played.
How they're played. How they're played is far important. Dha is a bowl. So, a syllable or a word.
Alphabets.
Alphabets. Basic alphabets of a percussion is called a bowl. Or sometimes even for vocal music, people refer to as उस बंदिश के बोल क्या है. So again it comes closer to the words. Okay? ठेका. आहा. चल यार ईशान, असं करू नकोस. अपेक्षा भंग करू नको माझा. सांग, काहीतरी सांग ठेक्यावर.
Tika is accompaniment of a tal in
Accompaniment of a ताल. बरं, अजून?
given in a tempo, a line.
चल चल चल. उगाच त्याला असं काही कोंदण द्यायचं नाही. सगळेजण करतात इट्स अ नाईस बोल and played in a particular tempo. I like this is true for everything. What's theka? तुला काय वाटतं? ओम सांग, पटकन सांग.
It is a type of thing that it's a qaida. It's like bajani teka,
क्या बात है? बर पुढे.
japtal teka.
बर. What does that mean?
Is that
How is it different than japtal? Why do I have to say japtal theka? I could say japtal only. But still, I say
Rupak
play the
theka?
theka. Yeah, when I say, I don't say play rupak. I say play the theka. What does it mean? Now this is the biggest hint. काय म्हणणं आहे?
Because it's not like the normal qaida, normal tal, because it's mostly used to accompany things. Like
If you don't accompany, is
Verses.
it not called theka?
no.
Well, we're trying to find out the
mostly
definition,
is
so it
used
has to
in
be
concerts.
complex enough that every word should need an explanation. So definition has to be a definition, not an information. You guys are all hitting around the bush. तुला काय वाटतं? कणाल?
Teka is something that is like metronome or something like that. No.
Metronome is more related to lay. Theka is more related to
Scale.
ईशान विचार कर पटकन. Have I ever said like play तीन ताल? I said theka वाजवा. Theka twice.
Oh.
Single, double, and tihai. I always do that, right? So what's the difference between tal? Do you guys know what tal is? This is not mentioned here, but the tal, we had it in the earlier exam. They can ask you anything from the exams before, previous exams. So if you're appearing for the last exam, they can ask you anything, basically. It's just like that. So what's tal?
It's a group. It's like a group where there's like qaidas inside it, and the qaidas have to follow the rules and fit inside the beats of the tal.
So what you're trying to say is it's a definition closer to the definition of qaida. I want what the definition of tal is.
It's the number of beats that you have to play in a qaida. Like
Why do you guys always refer to a qaida rela? If I say dinna din dinna dinna din dinna, what is this? This japta. Does it have anything to do with qaida? We play this compositions in that particular tal, but what's the tal? Sam.
It's made of bowls. It has a fixed theme and has separate vibhags.
Fixed theme. Theme हे फक्त कायद्यामध्ये आलं ना. Again, I'm talking about tal. What does a tal consist of?
It consists of composition with a certain number of matras.
No. What are the ingredients of a tal? I'm not talking about compositions played in the tal. I'm talking about the tal itself. What are the contents of a tal? You mentioned one, but you don't know that is one of the things. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Matra is the first content. What else? Think about it. What else do you see in a tal?
Some.
Huh?
Some.
Sala. Sam, matra.
vibhag,
Vibhag.
tali,
Hmm.
kali,
Kali.
the bowls.
संपलं. बाकी नाही, बोल्सची गरजच नाहीये. All these things, and the most important thing of tal is that's not mentioned anywhere in the world other than the Indian classical music. Any music in the world is not like this, huh?
Number of matras.
No, number of matras is mentioned everywhere. That means beats, huh?
Ending on the sun.
Ending on the sum. What does that mean? You're close.
It means
चांगला विचार करतोस
end
तू.
on the first beat.
First beat. That means what?
That
What do we complete after the first beat?
One avartan.
झालं ना. बस हा एकच शब्द पाहिजे होता मला. आवर्तन. So all these things, when come together, that's called as a tal. Right? And for example, if I say, what's that?
Rupa.
I didn't recite it, but still you know Rupa. So what is this?
The hand motions.
Hand gestures. What is it called?
तालिका
Huh?
तालिका
म्हणजे काय म्हणतात त्याला? मी तुम्हाला शब्द सांगितला होता. आत्ता तू होता का मगाच्या बॅचला? तेव्हा मी बोललो होतो. हस्तक्रिया. Hand gestures, right? Now, if this is tal, what's theka then? Think about it, sir.
Theka is the speed at which the tal is played.
असं कसं? स्पीड म्हटलं की लय आली रे. बोल.
Theka is the balls in the dal, the tali and the khali.
ये बात तू जवळ आहेस खूप खूप चांगलं मला आवडते आता छान तुझी लाईन ऑफ थॉट चांगली आहे व्हेरी गुड खूप छान look whenever I am doing this like making the hand gestures it shows you the tal but it doesn't tell you about the theka so when it comes to playing or reciting a particular tal on an instrument what we need is a theka. Sometimes the theka is in contrast with the tal. Now you guys should tell me what theka is in contrast with the tal. For example, din na din ahe. Din, everything is there. So you tell me one theka that's in contrast with the tal. When I tell you, you guys will be all, how come? I knew it.
Wait, which dal does it have to be contrast with?
Mm-hmm. You guys are going to tell me, like, for example, tin na, din na. Just goes with the tali kali. Perfect. Tin is for kali, din is for tali. There is one theka.
Din na.
That's not in contrast with the tali kali.
Oh.
That goes right with the tali kali. But there is one theka. And you all know it. There are
Oh, I
two
forgot the
actually.
thing.
Huh?
Gir din dal.
How? The answer is right.
Oh.
But how? Where do you see the contrast? Sam.
Like the kali, it's da din din da dha instead
Huh?
of this. And on the hand you do this.
Ani?
Da din da dha din da da. And then when you do this it's da din da.
क्या बात है बहुत अच्छे आते हैं खूब छान खूपच छान I'm really happy so dha is it's not a khali board but it's on ninth matra so technically speaking teen tal should be da din da da din da da tin da din da right but it's not like that da din da din da da tin ta din da. On 13, there should be a tali, so there should be a da, but there is a ta. And on 9, there should be a ta, where it's da. In all the other tals, if you look at the structure of the tal, it doesn't sound linear. All the other tals, jap tal, rupa, whatever it is, it sounds circular. But in teen tal, if I say da din da, da din da, da din da din da, the four divisions are like edges. There'll be like, how would you know which da din da to play? There are three da din das in the theka. So for the vocalists to complete the cycle from the ninth matra, they start away from the da din da da din da tin ta din da and then it completes. the cycle. Okay? That's why tal and teka is different. Okay? Next. Kism. I don't know whether you guys will be able to answer this.
Small variations in tal without disturbing the notes.
काय?
There are small variations in tal
Again,
that
हा शब्द फक्त बदल ताल. इथे कुठला शब्द पाहिजे?
Okay.
बस संपलं. It's a small variation of teka. That's it.
Now you can ask example.
Huh?
Now you can ask example.
Yeah. काहीही एक्झाम्पल देता येतं काय? धन ना तक धन 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 ना धन ना तक धन धन धा तक धन. It's the kism. So this is a homework for you guys. I told you, right? There are 2 kisms in teen tal and 1 kism in jap tal. You guys have to find it out on your own. I'll tell you what kism is, alright? I'll tell you 1 kism in teen tal. Da, din, da, kadin, din, da, trikada, da, again, tin, tin, ta, trikada, din, da, again, da. This is a kism. So now you need to find out, and I want everyone's kism to be different. Okay? Because if I was your examiner, I would be bored after 3rd guy. They're playing the same thing over and over again. I don't want that to happen. Whenever you choose the variations, choose different variations. Okay. Qaida. Now whatever you were saying like earlier, in the frame of the ta with the particular speed and whatnot. Son.
It's in tal, and it follows the rules of the tal and the beats.
Do you mean the other compositions don't? For example, Rela. Does your definition
They do,
not so?
and the tekas and the kaitas do too.
Tell me what's the difference between Qaida, Rela, and Peshka? Bol.
Qaida has kali khali and it ends with vowel, but
Bas.
Rela doesn't.
Then what does it end with?
Ends with a consonant.
Consonant. Very good. And what's the difference between Peshkar and Qaida? Peshkar also ends with a
Peshkar is played in a slow teka, but
so Teka काय? Slow काय असतं? ठेका असतो का? मग विलंबित हे काय आहे? ठेका आहे का? कशाचा प्रकार आहे विलंबित हा? ठेक्याचा प्रकार आहे का तालाचा प्रकार आहे?
लय.
लय. तो लयीचा प्रकार आहे. म्हणजे विलंबित लय. पेशकार ends with a consonant, vilambit lay. Qaida ends with a consonant but has a lot of ends with a vowel, but it has a lot of consonants as well. But it's played in madhya lay. And Rela ends with a consonant and it has druta lay. काहीच कळलं नाही?
Rela and Peshkar both ends with consonant.
नहीं, पेशकार also ends with vowel, not consonant. Sorry, that was my mistake. Peshkar Qaida end with vowel. Rela ends with a consonant. Dhati the kit tak, right? And tina ke na. So swar, right? And vyanjan or consonant. ओके ठीक आहे मुखडा मुखडा मोहरा नको करूया कारण बरं हा सांग ना तुला माहिती आहे
There are short pieces that are played after finishing on the sum of the tihai after composition and just before beginning on the teka.
बर
Mohra is a shorter version.
खूप छान चालेल मी तुम्हाला नंतर मोहराचं ह्याचं सांगतो आपण करूया परत तिहाई आता हे खरी गंमत आहे नाही तू नाही आता काय सांगायचं मी नाही तुला देणार व्रज सांगेल वच तिहाई
Tihai is the last part of the qaida, and it has 3 parts.
That's it?
And it ends on the sum.
Okay.
This is
What you're telling me is an information about Tihai. Om, what do you feel about Tihai? That you don't want to play it?
Tihai.
Oh. Yeah, Tihai.
Tihai is the ending part of the qaida, and that's the time where you play it 3 times. And some even end with da da da.
चांगलं आहे, चालेल, ठीक आहे, चालतं. You're thinking, I like that. What you're saying is not a definition of Tihai, but it applies to some of the Tihais that you guys have learned. And that's okay. Bol.
Tihai is a composition normally played towards the end of a qaida, at the end of a qaida.
I don't know why you guys like relate everything to Qaida. Is there no Tihai without a Qaida? Can you not compose a Tihai which is not a part of Qaida, but still is a Tihai? You can't do that, right? So what's the definition of Tihai? The exact definition of Tihai.
Tihai is normally played after a certain composition, not necessarily a qaida.
Okay, so ठीक है. बोल.
It's usually played.
TI.
तुम्हाला मराठीतून सांगितलंस तरी चालेल.
TI is a repeated version of a mok that's played 3 times.
Oh my god. आता हम मुखावर गेलं. बरं. ठीक आहे, चालेल. विचार करायला पाहिजे. चालतं. चुकलं तरी चालेल. It's okay. What he's not. What do you mean by he's wrong? Then you tell me the right definition.
What he said was 2 times, but it's.
No, he said 3 times.
Oh, I thought he said 3.
No, he said 3 times. None of my students will make that mistake. That's for sure. Both.
3 even beats, 2 even pauses, 3 even phrases, 2 even pauses.
संपला. विषय संपला. And if you want to like phrase it nicely, say a composition that has 3 equal phrases, or a composition which is played 3 times equally with 2 equal pauses to end on the pre-decided matra. It cannot be sum always. Whatever matra that we decide, like for example, da, then, da. Now this is an anaghat tihai. What's the tihai? It doesn't necessarily have to end on sum. Got it? Tigun.
Wait, what is it?
Tigunan.
Oh, that is.
Om will answer that. Om. Kanan.
It's something that's played. It's like it's played in triple the tempo.
Hmm?
It's played in triple the tempo.
It's 3 times the lay you were previously playing.
Okay. तुला काय वेगळं
It's 3 times the original way.
Original आहे.
3 times the take up.
3 times the ठेका.
So that's what I was gonna say.
तुला काय म्हणायचंय?
3 times the take up.
3 times ठेका. तुझं म्हणणं काय होतं? 3 times?
No, actually I don't say that.
Huh?
I don't say that. So the teka is if it's dita, what you're playing has to fit. If it's 3 times inside one
Oh my
circle, 1 avarta has to fit 3 times in 1 avarta.
Uh-huh. It's like you want to go to downtown, but from here you're going to 80 west, going somewhere else, then taking 80 east, and then taking that exit to go here. Bol.
In 1 avarta, you have to fit 3 avartans.
Salil. I can take this one for you're closer to what I want. Now you are using avartan. Use something else and you are perfect.
In one teka.
In one teka. तुझं काय?
Matra.
Huh?
Matra.
3 matras in 1 matra.
Oh yeah.
असं म्हणणं आहे. 3 matras in 1 matra. Huh? Yeah, that's the definition of तिगुल. कडा तू confident राहा यार, घाबरत जाऊ नको. ते खूप घाबरणार तुला. बिंदास हे करायचं पुढे येऊन. घाबरतो काय? अब्दुल कादिरला कसं मारलं होतं तसं पुढे येऊन मारायचं. बिलकुल थांबायचं नाही अजिबात. हाँ, okay, ठीक है. Now this is very easy. चौगुन.
4 matra and 1 matra.
संपला विषय. As easy as that. तुकडा. या विषयी I think I have told you guys what tukda is. And so Om will tell us what tukda is. Om. In the exam you will also see. You say whether did I do good? You like. काय वाटतं तुकडा म्हणजे?
It's played after Ati, right?
मला एक कळत नाही. तुम्ही आफ्टर बिफोर हे काय तुकडा म्हणजे काय ते सांगा ना यार. प्रत्येक जण असं कायद्याच्या शेवटी वाजवले जाणार त्याला तिहाई. अरे ती तिहाई म्हणजे काय ते सांगा. ते तुम्ही इन्फॉर्मेशन देताय. आपलं डेफिनेशन हवं. बोल.
A piece.
हा
A piece.
चालेल चालेल.
Tukla has like tiragita and dhira and like strong boys.
चालेल. प्रयत्न करणं चांगली गोष्ट आहे. तुला काय वाटतं वेदांश? काय आहे तुकडा म्हणजे?
A piece of a tal.
Piece of a tal. Dadin din. Dinna din din. Na. Dinna din din. हा तुकडा आहे. Whenever you know one thing, listen to me about this thing, right? This is very important. Memorize the definitions as they are. Anything else that you say, you are actually inviting more questions that you don't know the answers to. Because the examiner knows a lot more than you, right? So in chess, when the king is in a corner, it's easier to meet, right? So what he'll do is take you to the corner. Once you're cornered, you're done. He might be having a smiling face while asking the questions, and you go on answering the wrong thing all the time. He'll say like, whatever you were talking about for the last 15 minutes is wrong. So when you don't know the answer, say no, but I don't want you to do that. I want you guys to be completely prepared, and that's why we have like 2 months. I'm taking this particular session 2 months in advance for you guys, so that you get good time to prepare, especially the theory part. Om, Rupak single double.
Rupak?
Single double.
आता प्रॅक्टिकल आहे. प्रॅक्टिकल
Single.
नाही सिंगल डबल तो ऑप्शन नाही आहे. दोन्ही करायचं. सिंगल डबल हा सिंगल नाही. You have to do both the things. चल. Do it. Kar. You know Rupak, right? How many matras are there in Rupak?
7.